Okay, hello, welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Thank you for joining today's webinar. On behalf of All India Orchestras Group, very warm welcome to AOG Weekly Webinar Series. And one of the important thing for this month is we are bringing the latest and greatest updates from Oracle's ACE community. And you see that a lot of ACEs are presenting this month. And if you don't know ACE program, I really recommend to go to ace.oracle.com and understand this. So basically, this is a Oracle recognizes, rewards your individual contribution to the Oracle community. It is a premier program, and you can contribute your knowledge in various formats, speaking at conferences, writing blogs, technical articles, even writing code and sharing in GitHub, Stack Overflow, and many things you can do. And also importantly, volunteering in Oracle users group and also meetups, many more, right? If you're interested, please reach out to us. You can ping one of the ACE community. You can go to ace.oracle.com. You can find a directory and you can find ACEs across the globe and you can filter out in India, whichever location you're joining. And a lot of benefits, right? So your recognition promoted in promotion on oracle.com as an ACE member and exclusive content for ACEs and also like a lot of goodies and a cloud account and also participate in beta program and many things, right? So I think I need like half an hour to explain this program, but please at least visit this page and follow us. And if you're interested, ping us in a social media. If you know my WhatsApp number, please ping me in the directly. Some of the housekeeping tasks, please look at Q&A bottom of your screen. Please ask your questions for speakers any point of time in Q&A only, and use the chat function for asking any general questions. And preparing and presenting a session in a webinars or even face-to-face requires a lot of hard work. I really thank speakers to thank them in taking some screenshots and thank speakers in the social media. I really appreciate that help. And we'll upload the presentation material and the webinars after this session. And since it's a community, we love to join in different channels, and you can reach out to us in WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, all the social media channels. And if you just scan this QR code, it will be directed to the contact us page, and you have various channels to connect, right? So today we have Dimitri. I'm not sure how many of you met in OC Yatra 2023, and he was with us. And I'm sure it's really memorable for Dimitri also. And if you are seeing first time, in one single line, I can say he's the Oracle Apex guru, right? Ask anything on Apex. He has done a lot of innovation in Apex. He is a founder, CEO of United Codes, a company specialized in Oracle Application Express, Apex in short. And he has created so many innovative products in using Oracle Apex. And as you know, he's an Oracle director, recognized and very well in the Oracle community, and also he won award-winning developer, and it's like Oracle Apex Developer of the Year. And you can see he's a global speaker, presenting in number of conferences, different countries. And love to see Dimitri. He promised next year. Hopefully, we'll see him in face to face next year. So with that, thank you so much, Dimitri, joining us early morning with your very challenging schedules, and over to you.
Thanks so much, Sai. Also, thank you all participants to take up valuable time in your schedule to listen to this story. Okay, so this is like a special presentation for me in that sense that I didn't take a topic which goes into very deep technical knowledge about a specific Apex feature. This is more a story about like innovation and my dream to bring Apex to Mars. So we really want to create a platform that can run on Mars. I'm very passionate about Apex and the Oracle database and what we can do with it. So I wanted to tell a bit the story and what it takes, what I believe, how we can achieve this together to bring Apex to Mars. So the story starts in 2000. So I really love data. And when like for me, the best thing was the Oracle database. Like you could uh, use all those features to work with the data to do something with the data. So in 2000, I joined Oracle uh, to spread that word. Like Oracle was for me the best database in the world, and we could help many customers. So I was in consulting, and I was helping customers with that. Um, in 2004, I saw Apex or HTMLDB at that time. And for me, this was the fastest way to bring this data, which is stored in the Oracle database, to the web or to the customer and let them manipulate the data or show the data. So I really loved it. And from that moment onwards, I decided I would focus on the Oracle database and Apex because I could do anything I want to help all those people. So in 2007, like I created a company uh, which just focused on that, and we were evangelizing that Apex was so good, and we traveled around the world. So now, like Apex is huge, but back in 2007, it wasn't so huge. Like the first Apex meetup was in San Francisco in 2006, and we were with like 7 people, I believe. So we could help customers, 10 to 100 customers with consulting, but I really wanted to make it other difference. So we built a product, and this is our most known product, like Apex Office Print. Actually, this year is a special year because we exist now 10 years. In 2015, we built this product. So we wanted to like help like 100 to 10,000 people. So instead of consulting 100, now 10,000 people we wanted to help with building products around the Apex space. Apex was really good in doing many different things. It just wasn't so good in generating reports and documents. So we built this extension and we followed up like building other stuff too. But this is how it started there. So in 2018, so we are a bit later, I had another dream. Like we're building innovative projects, we were building innovative products, we had innovative people. So now I said, okay, let's build an innovative office. So my idea was to build some kind of villa, which was where our office would be in. And it would be like a showcase. It would be to show like innovative thoughts and etc. So we decided, okay, where are we going to build that office? I'm from Belgium, so this is basically where we are going, and we decided to build it in a town called Leuven, which is the university city in Belgium. And so you see it here. This is where our office is. We found that land and we decided to build this new office or house. It was like the idea was to have like a smart house. So here you see like where it is, close to the city, close to the airport. I really love green area, so it has to be close to a forest. And we want to basically measure everything that we can do. So this was where we are, and those are basically the requirements. Oh, here. So let me move my picture. Um, so high tech, like this was the design in 2019, which an architect created. And we wanted the community to come here too, to experience all these different things. And for me, like people who know me, I really do things from the heart. from passion. Like when I saw the Oracle database, I fell in love with it. When I saw Apex, I fell in love with it, and I was really passionate about it. And I would do like many things with it and spread that word. So I really wanted to have this concept in this house too. And I'm actually here, I'm presenting in this house now. So a place for our people, a place for customers, place for, like you see it here, where what the idea was. So this is where it started in 2019. So how long do you think this will take? So the architect, they said like in less than 2 years, it will be done. You can celebrate Christmas 2021 in the new house. This is what they said to me. The reality is this. So we had to do a lot of research. So for 2 years, we did a lot of research. We came up with what does this house have to look like? And we were managing everything through an Apex app. So the architect did the plans, but like how the electricity wiring would be, like we put that in all the devices that would be in the house. We put those kind of things in an Apex app, and I will show that later as well. The other thing that we had to do is like get city approval, and we had to get offers from builders, but it took 2 years. So this was already like a wake-up call, like, damn. Finally, we started August 2021. This is how it looked like, just a land, making a hall in September, then putting like the basement in, the first floor. But here you see October and now it's February. Like, why is there such a big gap? So Corona hit, or like there were like we had many different issues during the time there. Here March 2022, then in December 22. Somebody is here. Wait 1 second. Building call. We can mute strong name. Okay, sorry. That was a builder. They are still building different things. Okay, so here, this was December. So there was a war, and again, we had huge delay because materials were not available. So we are already December 2022, so very far from 21. Then this is an ID, like all the cabling had to be done. Like this house is full of sensors. So here we have some cabling. This was April already. Then in July, they finished the outside, or partially the outside. What we did as well is like we scanned in 3D, like the entire house in every phase. So when the building was done, when the wiring was done, when they put walls in, we scanned everything. And here you can see, like, we can walk through the house in every phase. So here, like, plastering was done. And you can see here, we are going to the technical room, how many cables there are in this house. And this is only a part of what we have here. So just to give you an idea, like to capture all the data, it takes a little bit of cabling. Now we are already in March 2024. So basically 5 years after we started, the outside was kind of finished. And then finally in August 2024, we moved in, but it wasn't 100% done. Like you can see here, like the meeting room was done, but like the stairs, that was still like a temporary stair. So we were finally there, but it took a bit more time than what was set in the beginning. So last month, like we put in a server because we are going to do artificial intelligence, and we wanted to have like a secure environment, high performant. So we put our own server rack, and we are going to do many things on this server. So this was basically last month. So we are still building things. This month, we plan, so this is the outside, and this is basically a 3D printed tree. And we combine here art with technology and ecology. But like this 3D printed tree, it has a function. So it is meant to for birds that it can drink from like the water that we will pump up in those trees. And every tree, like there's a tree for um, butterflies, and there like we have different trees like that in our garden, or at least that's the plan. But we also put sensors in those trees. So for example, in this one with the birds, we have like a microphone in there, and we will recognize which birds will actually come in our garden. There is also a camera outside which will capture those birds. So the solution that we said we will use, because like this is basically the first phase. To really go to Mars, we have to show that we can do this over and over. So we decided we will develop a brain which will connect to any device in your house. Then we will have some indoor sensors, for example, to measure presence, or like a microphone to capture the sound. Also, like air quality will be in those sensor. We will build this sensor ourselves. It will be one with many different things in it. We will also have one for outside, where we measure like the air quality, the sound again, like so different things that we measure there. So we have basically three things that we will do in to make a building smart: brain, indoor sensor, outdoor sensor. The hardware that is in this building, and which you could potentially do in a building in the world, like here. So we have air quality sensors, occupancy, temperature, lighting. There are many cameras, and we try to combine all those data points into to get one vision. And we use Oracle database. We use Apex to give us insight in many of those things. So here you can see a bit what hardware there is. And here's the architecture. So since we said like security is very important, on the left, this is basically local. So in the house itself, we will capture all the data in a local database, and we use an open source system for this. It's called Home Assistant. It's basically here. It will connect to the cameras, the lights, the sockets, and it will capture all this data in this database and this home automation platform. Then we have developed our own add-on for Home Assistant, which can send data to an Oracle database, basically. So this is this part here. And we have also developed a mobile application. But here, for example, this is like, I will show that later too, the outside door post. So whenever you enter, it will take a picture of you. This is done through a REST API in this add-on. And then we have some WebSocket connection to show things live. And I'm going to show that later too. So this is all local. We have here a firewall if you want. And then here we have an Oracle database. We have this local, but we also have one in the cloud. In the add-on, you can decide which data am I going to share. So we will have an Apex application locally running, and you can look at the data from just your house. But if you decide to share a part of your data, or like a combination, not every day, but like, for example, weekly data, we will push this into an Oracle database in the cloud, and we have an Apex interface to it. If we would combine the entire street, you would have basically a digital street. If we combine the entire city, you would have a digital city. Here we also use one of our products called Apex Message Service. This is basically a WebSocket connection. The reason is that Apex doesn't have like something in real time. So we needed real-time data, and we use the WebSocket technology, but Apex Message Service is a product that we offer, which is doing that for us. And it has like a connection to our Apex app. So this is a bit the infrastructure. If you have any questions, like you can put it in the Q&A, and I will cover that after the presentation. Here's the add-on for Home Assistant, where you define which data you are going to share. And then we have like the Apex application. So what are we using here? Oracle Database 23 AI, Apex 24.2, and then actually almost all our products we are using. So Apex Office Edit, like we upload all the manuals of all the devices and we want to show that. So we use Apex Office Edit, which is able to show like documents. We also used Apex Office Edit to work with the electricians and with other people, because it allows like document collaboration, all from your Apex application. So I will show that. Then we have Apex Office Print. There we can like merge like a Word document with the data coming from the database, so we can give manuals or like instructions to people. Apex Media Extension, this is like for images that we have, like we resize them. And then AMS is the most crucial part, Apex Message Server, this WebSocket connection. And then we use some plugins as well, like Email Viewer, Rich Text Editor, etc. Okay, so let me quickly demo this Apex app. So here, this is the Apex app. Let me quickly see. So just a normal Apex application. And here, basically, like we can look at the building, at one specific building, or as an owner, we can look at, if we have many different buildings, can look at that. A city can look at like many buildings. And then we have the country level. And here you can see how we will move up to the galaxy. So we really want to go all the way. So we are just starting this. Well, we started in 2019, but we are now like finally doing all the like the application, etc., and the platform. So let's take a building. So we will have like, this is phase one. We also will have a phase two where we will repeat what we are doing. So let's take this one. So we can manage all the buildings in this Apex application, but here you can also see the sensor data that comes in. So 9th of April, like there was some motion going on. So I was here like waving, and here you can see the temperature from the restroom, for example, or the break space. It's quite a bit hot, like we should cool it a bit better. When lights and motion is on, so we were not here, so there is a gap. And then here is a different representation. This is like a plugin that we use, Apex Charts plugin, to show a map like this. So let me show like on the planning phase. So here we basically put all the devices in. And let me just take like this is like a light here. You can see like which type it was, from where did we buy it. If something breaks, we can contact them straight away, like which brand it was. Some attributes. So here, interactive grid with all the attributes of this device. And then here we store, like we can upload the manuals of the light. We can also look at it, so I can see what is in the manual. So here, but we need this because if we want to ask questions to the manual with AI, for example, like we need the manuals and we have to store all of them. And then we use different Oracle database features of 23AI. For example, something called RAG. So here, so this document is now not RAG enabled, but I can show a document which is RAG enabled in a minute. Basically what it will do, it will capture all like the text from the document, it will index it, and it will chunk it. So it doesn't make sense to like 100-page manual to whenever I do a search, I get a 100-page manual. Then I still have to search within the document. So what RAG is going to do, like it will, or like we chunk it, and then we have, for example, by page, and then we go straight to the page where it found something. RAG enables us retrieval augmented generation, like it enables us to, or enables AI. We will use this for AI to find information in our own data. So I'll show that later. Here, so for the wiring, so the lights are wired in a specific way. So we can see this device, where is it being used? So the spaces where it's being used, and here you see the connection. So I can know, I see this comes from like a profile. And I can drill down into it, and then I get information from this. So I can drill down into our basically electricity chain. So that's here. Let me see if I can find something which is RAG enabled. So this is just an interactive report. Here we have like a cooker like it's a faucet. And here we see it's RAG enabled, and there are like different the chunks, the data that it got from this document. I think there's another document. Let me see. So we have coffee machines. Like this one is Philipp Hartenfeller. Maybe you know him. He's very active on social media. This is his favorite coffee machine. And we RAG enabled that too. Okay, so that's this bit. During planning, we use this to put all the devices in and to do the wiring. So all through an Apex application. Then here, we have an interface to the manuals that we have. And like, for example, the document which I said, like what we use to do preparation, to work with the electrician or to work with the architect, they would go into this Apex application. We would just fire up this document because they are used to it. And yeah, we don't have to like create a structure for it. So this is just a document where we put in our IDs, like for security, safety, like this is what we are going to do, lifestyle. So this is just a Word document straight in your Apex application, but this is Apex Office Edit. So, and people can work together. You will see like different people here, and you can make changes however you want. And then save, and it will save in the database straight away. So I could save it, saving the document, now it's there. So, and this works for like documents, but it also works for Excel files. It works for PDFs, it works for PowerPoint. So we use this a lot during our planning. So let's look at here. So if you like Star Trek, I like Star Trek, and there's like the captain who's like sometimes saying like star date and then a number, and then he tells what he saw, what happened during the day. So I wanted to have something similar in our application. So I can, again, standard Apex application, I can start recording, and automatically you see that the text here appears. So I will stop the recording. So it will capture my voice, it will transfer that to text. I can replay the audio. And here I just gave a status because I'm storing this into my logbook too. So here, 9th of April, this is the message that I recorded. And this is using the standard web or browser or speech API. So that's this bit here. Let me see, what else can I show you? Maybe the AI. So this is the standard AI in Apex 24.2. Hey, what do you know from India? And so now it's going to OpenAI, and then it will basically come back with like some result. So here, and it gives us a little bit of an ID. This is standard Apex. But like if I would say like which lights do you know in this office? Like it doesn't really know what I mean. So it knows that we are in a smart office because this is what we added in the prompt, but it doesn't really tell us like which lights are basically here. So this is why we built our own chat. So I can say here, like, let me just do like a new chat. Oh, this was an existing new chat. So just now here, I will start a new chat like, hey, who are you? So see if it works. So I'm your smart home assistant here to help you manage your smart home system. If you have any questions or need assistance with your lights. So the idea that we have here is that I can just talk to the house and I want to say like, hey, like turn off this light. So if I ask here, like which lights do you know? It should go into our database, find all the lights and gives me like all the lights that are available. So it's in Dutch here. So eiland, I'm on an island. Actually you can see it here. This is where I'm standing. This is this island where we are. I don't know if I can click it. Yeah. So I can now say like, so it even tells me the state of this of the light. So it says like this is off, this one is on. So this one is that there. So if I say turn off like this one here, like the AI should turn off. I will turn off the spot, like it will turn off like the thing here. So this is already, so the way this works is the AI will interpret what I'm want to know. And then it has a connection through AMS, Apex Message Servers, or a WebSocket to communicate to our extension, like from Home Assistant, the internal part, and then it will turn on, like it will connect and turn off or turn on certain things. So I said like Philippe really likes like a coffee machine, but you have to maintain it. So if you don't know how to maintain it, you can just ask like, how do I maintain the Sage coffee machine? So now it should go into the manual. So even the AI says like reading into the manual of this Sage Barista Touch Impress. This is the brand or the type of coffee machine. And then it gives us basically how we have to maintain. So clean the steam wand after each use and like, okay, so it gives me not in a really nice format because it should tell us. So, but this is, so what is happening here, this is RAG enabled. So we RAG enabled the document. We are using database 23 AI features. The AI gets our intent. We also ship the content of the manual, or at least the parts of the content of the manual that the AI should have, and the AI phrases it in a very nice way. Again, like if you have questions, let me quickly check. So there's something in the chat, but where's the Q&A? Let me quickly see. I don't see any questions yet. So feel free to ask questions, and then again, I will cover them later in the presentation, like after the presentation. So this is basically the AI. We also have a whole monitoring section. So here I have like the devices, and I can even turn off and turn on lights here. So let me see, where am I here? I think it's office. Oh. So I can turn off and on the lights straight from my Apex application. And I get the state while things are turned on or off. So it will be green or red depending if it is on or off. Here we have the access log. So this is like, I played soccer yesterday and I came home at 11, and this is how I look like at 11 p.m. Here Kevin left or entered yesterday. So this is at the door, and we ship this through a REST API to our extension and then to our database. We also see how they authenticated. So they use the code. We can look at the code that they used. Here we have a security center. Again, an Apex page, which checks our security. Here, this is where I am. Like, I don't know, like this is live, but there will be a small delay on it. And it will basically tell us for all the different things. So this is downstairs, the camera. And we have this here too. So this is the local version, and this is the one online. If I would. Yeah, okay. Interactive map. So here you basically see the lights. So we created a map in our Apex application with, this is basically an SVG with data points. So I can hover certain things. I can see the last movement. That was 8:39. So yeah, I'm here. So this is what it is. But if I would check here, like, there wasn't movement today. But if I would turn on and off, let me see if you can actually see that. I don't know if it got darker or not in my video, but I'm basically turning on and off the lights here. I can check the camera. So here is the camera, all from my Apex application. And in this SVG, I can check the temperature, which is quite high here, and I can set it in a different way if I want. Here are the blinds. So I can open the curtains basically and close the curtains. Here I have like a TV. I can click it and I should get the manual of the TV. And again, this is straight in my Apex application. I have all this information in a visual way. And I can go like, this is the main floor. I can go to the basement. The basement looks like this. I can go also to the upstairs. And here you see how that looks like. Okay, so that's this part here. And we actually show this on a TV too. So, and then you can use touch to turn on and off the lights if you wanted to do it through this map. But it's a very fast way, instead of having an interactive report, to see what's going on in our office. The garden. So I'm not sure it's on, but here's our test with like birds. So if I could whistle, I could start recording, but I have a wave file of a bird. I am not sure if it is working now. Yeah, BirdNet is closed. So we use a service called BirdNet, and this is an open source library where you can check for sound. So you can upload sound and it will tell you this is the bird that is singing. Then we will do another REST request to get a picture of the bird, etc. But it looks like the server where this is running was down or is down at the moment. Here we have a summarize feature. So this is again like with the captain's logbook or like just like text. You sometimes want to summarize of like something. So again, this is an AI service that we are using, but I think this one is at the moment also off. Let's see here. So sentiment analysis. So when I talk to the house, I can say hello, or I can say hello. Like it's the same word. So if I would give to the AI hello, it wouldn't recognize my feelings. And I really want that the house or my Apex app knows like, or the AI here knows how I feel. So hello. So I recorded it. Now it's going to do a sentiment analysis. Again, like if the server is running, because they're working on all the servers downstairs. So I'm not sure this is now working, but it will basically give you how, like my emotion. So it will tell if I'm mad, if I'm happy, and it will give like some scores. But yeah, sorry, I cannot show it. This is like they're still, or we are still working on many of those different things. But so we use all those AI things, and I think it's like Humming Face. I don't know if you know this. So in here on the Humming Face, this is the AI community. You can find all the different models. So we tested many of the models. So if you wanted to like text to speech or image object detection, like if I say sentiment, yeah, or summarization. So I can click, then there are many different models and you can pick one and you can try them. So we tested like many different models and we are trying to use them locally. Let me quickly see, there's a question. How did you plan to stop the intruder from exploiting the entire Apex environment? Yeah, so this is a standard Apex application, so it's not any different from an Apex, how to secure your Apex application. So what I'm showing here will, like at the moment it's open, but like the most, like to control the home, for example, maybe you don't want that accessible from the outside. So you could say, okay, this Apex application only runs like when I'm on my local system. Then in the cloud, you would have like a different, which is just like the monitoring part, which is important too, because like people can see if you're home or not. But there you can work, for example, with a delay of a day or a week to show that data in the environment. So from a security point of view, what we have been testing with is it will recognize, so username password isn't really secure. So you can use 2FA, two-factor authentication, for example, with your smartphone then. But we have also been testing with face recognition, voice, and we want to do a combination of different things. So you would have 2FA and it will recognize your face, those kind of things. Here on the property itself, we have cameras outside. So when you enter, it will recognize. I don't know if you saw it here on this camera. This is object detection. So for 79%, it's sure that I'm a person. But this is just a fisheye. Like this is a very small camera. Outside we have bigger cameras, and it will really recognize the person. So we have a database basically with all the people. We already tested those kind of things. Also, like when you would just take a picture and put this in front of the camera, it doesn't work. Like it will recognize that you did that. But it's a combination of different things, what we will do to secure our applications. But again, like this is still all in development, so we might change different things. Okay, so I think let me quickly check. Yeah, I think I covered most of our Apex application. We have some alerts, so you can quickly go to the alert. But let me go back to the presentation. Okay. So our goals, I think I already said it. It's not really about like, I have this sensor and this is the data that comes into it. Like, to be honest, that's well, easy. You just put it in and you get the data. What we really want to do is combine the different data points. So for example, when I slept not good. Why is that? Maybe so I can check the temperature of the room. I can check the air quality. I can check the noise. Maybe outside there was a noise, a lot of noise, and I couldn't sleep, or my sleep wasn't as good as usual. Um, of course, like if you combine it with what did you eat and everything like that, like then you get really insight into yeah what is happening for sure. So predictive analytics, AI-driven insights, virtual assistant for building management. So here we really want some kind of hologram where you can talk to. Um, yeah. And also like I don't know, like in your country, but here, like when you build something, or it's not even when you build something, people say random things. So they changed the highway, the panels on the highway, and the neighborhood complained that they have much more noise now than before with the other panels. But like this is a feeling. So unless you have the sensor to really capture the data, you don't know. So we want to give proof of what people say. Well, if you ever come to Belgium, like I hope you come and visit us, but what we plan to do is we have this MetaQuest. So you can basically, with augmented reality, you can walk through the house and you have this on. And when you look at, let's say, this touchscreen, you get the information from the touchscreen. Or when you look at the TV, you get a manual of the TV. You can get the data that the sensor is providing. So it's really like augmented reality. We will also have on the website, this is more virtual reality where you can walk through the house and see the data in that way. So this was phase one. Like we are completing phase one here, building this smart building. Of course, we won't stop. We want to go to Mars with our Apex applications. So phase two is repeating it in another building that is behind us. There we will have like a wheelchair environment, like an apartment for wheelchairs, and then we will have student, how do you say that? Student rooms, where we capture data as well. And so we will connect the both houses, and we already have talked to the city, and we will provide this information to the city. Then phase three is to go to other houses and connect them too. So here are some examples that we do in Belgium or that the city is doing. So it's, for example, it's measuring the sound outside. So what you had to do is you had to get a microphone, put it in on your house, and then after 2 months, they would collect the data and they would do the analysis. I said to them, to the city, like, why don't you just provide the sensor, give always this information to the people. And so people have something from it, and you have data every single time of the year, instead of like doing something like this. But like many things have to happen, but we want to accelerate it with our project. Here is air quality, what they measure. Again, it's the same thing. You order a sensor, you have to put it in your garden for so long. They collect it, they do it, they measure it, and yeah, I really believe use the sensor always, give value to the people, and then share it with the city. There was also like something in the news where people said, when you say good morning, then people already feel happier. So my idea is that when you enter the house and it recognizes your emotion and sees that you're sad, like it can tell you like, hey, good morning, how can I, like, do you want me to play a song for you? Something like that. So you might question like, why do you want to do Oracle, all this with Oracle and Apex? For me, Oracle is still the best database out there, and like they talk about Converge database. So we use a lot of JSON. So we can store JSON in the database. We can store manuals like documents. We can any data type we can store in the database, and we can combine those datas. Easy scalable. Like I put like the different things what we find important, but like the vectors, like I didn't really talk about the vectors. I talked about RAG, but like behind the scenes we use vectors too. There's the AI, there's Oracle text, and like there's so many different things in the database which are really strong. And Apex for me is still the fastest way, low code environment to get its data somewhere and build applications. I was like really fortunate that in 2004 I chose Apex because after 20 years my Apex applications still work. They are easy upgradable. And which technology can say that? Like if you went to Angular like 1.0, then it's Angular 2.0 and it's not backwards compatible. And like there are so many technologies which are outdated or which have to change. Apex always, like when you upgrade, you get a new version and generates better application. So this is why I believe really in Apex. And of course, my heart is there. Also, like it has to work on-prem and in the cloud. This is why I'm a bit sad. Like 23AI isn't really released for on-prem. We use a free version, but we really would like to have like the full version. So I'm really looking forward for the on-prem version. So phase 3, we go to other cities and countries. I hope one time we can also come to India. But like from my time in Yatra and my visiting all the different cities, I saw that like it's very different from Belgium, and like we would have many different challenges. So this is where I would really love to work with some of you to get this, to see if it makes sense to do what we have done here, maybe do it in a bit different way, and then give you insight into where you're living. And then finally, we want to go to Mars. Like if we can prove that we have made digital cities and give them insights. If you go to Mars, it's fully like you have to measure everything, right? Like how the air is, everything has to be automated. It has to be rock solid. So this is why I believe, like, if we can prove here that our application is the best platform out there to manage like homes, etc., that we can go to Mars too. Okay, if you have any other question, I'm happy to answer those. So I don't see any other question. Let me see how much. Here you have my email if you want to contact me. We have 4 more minutes. So
Yeah, I
just,
think, Dimitri, I think it's not a question. I think first time we are seeing something you can build with Apex, and I'm sure obviously we many people use Oracle, but I think I'm sure everybody was just listening very seriously about, what are the things. I think you actually explained very well, and also testing in India before going to Mars is a definitely yes, because you will see a lot of different challenges, and yeah, I think love to see this like whole thing you can build in Apex, right? This is a even for me, I'm seeing first time. I think I say that there's no question means actually everybody was just listening in each and bit, what you're exactly explaining, right?
Mhm. Yeah. I see there's in the chat, there's like I'm interested in creating gamified consoles um, using Apex and any suggestion to do so. I don't really do that. Do you mean like PlayStation 5 games or something like that? Um, so I don't really have experience with that. I don't know if Apex would be good to do that. But like we are working on so going through the house, we use the Unreal Engine, which is which is used by games too. So we do use that or plan to use. So yeah, I'll talk to you in email then. E-learning process.
Okay, if
Okay.
we don't have any questions, I think even it's really fantastic to see this session. Initially I thought why you're explaining all this building, then I realized, how you connected basically starting from the scratch. So thank you so much, Dimitri, sharing this. Hopefully, love to have a home like this, right? You don't require to, you can control everything with your fingers, right? So thank you so much for your time and appreciate your support to the community, and not only AOG for the entire globe. You're supporting, attending, presenting many conferences and sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see again with a different presentation. And so also we have actually there's a Philip is also coming from your company. It is the next. So we are skipping this Friday and the next Friday, and but we have 4 more sessions coming for this month. Please join us. An important thing is we are also building like very strong pillars for Osiatra this year. We are bringing new speakers. We are bringing all the famous speakers. So please mark your calendars and join us. Don't register at the last minute to keep our more challenges in front of us. So please do when we open registrations. So with that, thank you so much, guys. We will see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.